Easy, people. Yeah, so let's do some tech house. This one I wanted to do again before the camera shuts off, and I'm going to use one of their templates as an example. So this is just straight off. What I played you was like about a minute after. All I've done is use Edit Launch to make a quick arrangement, and that's it. So the first thing I'm going to do is put it into launch note mode, and that means whenever I'm ready to go I can just press record. So these two kits, never heard them before. There's loads of kits. Like I said quite earlier on, I'm going to try to just use what comes with the Akai Force if I can. Sometimes I'll get bits of my own bits of samples. So this is all off the Akai Force. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that at all. Them vocals, but the rest of it, yeah, it's all right. But them vocals, I think I want some female vocals. So let me have a look. Again, that was using the search, the little search data things, and I pressed it for vocal. So this is going through vocal samples. But what I'm noticing, they're all too short. So I'm going, I know why, because I'm not using audio clips. So audio clips are all full long. So I'm looking for some female vocals or something long.
Gotta find you.
Yeah, none of this is doing it for me. Oh, hello. Yeah, maybe that'll work. So, yeah, that'll work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the plus and minus. If you add it with a plus, it replaces the sample what was there before. Not that it mattered, but it's a force of habit. I'm always trying to save, because I don't like a lot of junk in a folder. So I try to keep my folders all nice and trim. Slim fast my folders. Slim fast them. Oh, Weight Watchers. Beat Watchers. Yeah. So those are the two samples that I'm going to use there. Yeah. So now what I want to do is I want to put all of these samples in key. And this is a good trick. Again, the thing about Akai Force is there's just so many different ways of working around it. And as I'm doing this, I'm just coming up with ideas of ways to work around it. So I'm going to purge anything that I'm not using. So them two vocal samples are gone now. So that's great. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all the audio clip tracks because I don't need them. There's 4 audio clip tracks there. So the other thing what I want to point out is if you look down at the bottom, the record enable, if you use that to change tracks, it's faster than pressing the buttons. If you make sure that record enable's on, look how fast I can go through them. As opposed to if I use the numbers to change, you have to press and hold, which can be slow and slow down the thing. So I don't need those audio tracks. The only time I use audio clip tracks is literally if I'm going to have my own vocals or vocal recordings or anything like that. Maybe not mine, but somebody's. So I'm just going to delete them because I don't need them. So there you go. But anyway, let's keep it moving. I'm going to keep that sound. There was some sounds what came with this template, and yeah, they're all right. I might use them. I'll keep them around. Yeah, they sound all right. It could come in somewhere. I don't know. I can get back to it. Like I said before, the best idea is just get your ideas down, keep it moving. So KIM. So yeah, that's all right. That'll do. I like that. That sounds all right. That's a chunky bass. That's kind of that kind of bass. I'm feeling that. So yeah. So let's go to these samples. Right. Okay. Well, them two are in the same key, so that's good. Let me try and find the key now for that sample. Well, this sounds a bit low, so do you know what? I'm going to add a plugin. And what I do is I've got a preset, as I've showed before how you do presets, but just for quickness, I'm going to add in piano. I always think the piano is a good sound. It's a familiar sound, and for me personally, whenever I hear piano, I can hear, it gives me an idea of like how a tune's going to work. And I tend to find that most things are piano orientated, keyboard orientated. So now I'm going to use this to find the key. So that's what one of these I'm going to use. That's it. I've decided that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the other kit to find the key. So yeah, no. You know, it's funny when you can't hear something. I'll go with that. Maybe. Let me try this again. That sounds, I think that's right. Maybe. Right, okay. Yeah, that's it. It's that. Right. So all I have to do is find that. So I could work it out, but why do I need to work it out? I don't need to work it out. I can just use shift and note and go through the notes until I hear that match. So I'll go up. It's not that, not that. No, that's the top of it. So it's A. So now I know it's A. I'll move that octave a bit. Right, so I've got it. It's A. Okay, cool. So now I know it's A. I'm going to match all of these samples to A, to that note. So I'll match all of them in there to that note. So shift clip, go to the samples, match it. There you go. So yeah, whatever. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, that's all right. Sounds right. Yeah, free. All right, cool. All right, that needs fixing up. And the beauty is there's so many different sounds as well in here, and so many different kits. The kits are ace. They really are. And I'm not even using the expansion kits that I've put in. So that's music stuff. Is there any more music bits in there? One more thing I might show, but I'll show that in a bit. Let me just go. Let me get there. Yeah. Get that there. Okay, that's cool. That's an effect. So let's get these into key. I need to get that into the key. Yeah. So take the effects out. That's a long sample. All right. Okay, let's match this. So what I need to do, get back to there. There you go. So I'm going to match this with that note, so that it's going to be in the scale. So that's there, but I don't want it that low down. All right, interesting. Okay, do you know it's odd sometimes you hear something and it doesn't kind of sound right to your ears. Yeah, that is right. It is right. It's weird sometimes. Yeah, that is that. So I want that up high somewhere. As long as I know that tonally that's gonna match, that's fine. So let me go to this one. So that's there. So. Yeah, there, that's right. Okay. That's good. So that's too long, that. Shut up. All right. So, let's see. So, oh yeah, it's that one. I need that to be half. And if you probably can't see it in here, but what's quite cool is the samples are in beat. They're already in beat. They're not in samples, so I've just moved that to one beat. So I know that's one bar now. Not one beat, one bar. I know that's one bar. So that's cool. And I think that should be longer. Yeah, I think maybe 2 bars. I don't know when I'm going to use them. I'm just thinking that. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So here's something new. What I found out on the last one. I totally forgot flat and pad. They've added flat and pad to the Akai Force. I don't think it was on in the first early ones, but it is from 3-4. So what does that mean? So all of that tuning what I've done, I can flatten now. So everything that I play is flattened to the root. So it's going to be to the proper root. So what does that mean? That means any of them samples what I play will work with anything I play on my keyboard now, because I've flattened them in tune to the key. If you understand what I'm saying, let me just kind of explain that again. Because I went and found the key of that, right? I found the key of them samples. Then I used the shift note to find the key and the key of that sample. I found the key, and then I put the note like the note scale thing. I don't know what it's called, but the note scale thing on the Force, and I made it match the key of them samples. So because I had to tune them samples, they're not the root of the key. They aren't on the root key. So if I was to play them different somewhere else, it wouldn't match. But if I flatten them, they're all going to match. All of those samples will match to anything I play, and vice versa. Anything I do with them samples will work to anything that is MIDI on here that I do. So let me find something what's dominant. So let me find something what's dominant. That's going to be like this, the dominant thing. Let me see. Yeah, everything is everything in key. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, okay, everything. Yeah, that's all in key. Let me flatten that as well. Right, yeah. I'll flatten. So I'm just going through everything and making sure. The easiest way to see if it's been flattened is look at the semi. If a semitone is 0, that means it's been flattened. So look at this one. That's not the right key. So I'm going to get into the key. So I've had to move 3 semitones up. But now when I flatten it, that one, and it's already there. So I can just flatten it. So now that's in the right key. So everything's in the right key. And what I can do now is I can just press purge and get rid of all the old things, and I've got it perfect. Champion. All right. So all of that was in preparation for making a tune now. And we can make a tune without any issue. There was one thing I should have mentioned, but I didn't. So it was like, if you use the record down buttons at the bottom, you can move around the tracks faster using that than if you use like the actual numbers, the slower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in key. Oh, what am I doing? Get me a piano. Right. So that's in major. You know me. I always want to get it funky. So I always put it minor. Minor's kind of mysterious and that lot. The thing is poppy and happy. So now, like I says, instead of me doing all that crazy copying stuff, what I was gonna do, what you normally do, like if I was in a drum program, I could copy the notes what I'm going to use, but I'm not going to do that because we've got the Akai Force and it's ace. What I wanted to show you there is because in this template they've already set up like filters and everything. That's why sometimes it's good to use their templates. It means I could have added to that. I could add echoes, but it means that I've got a good starting place already. So I like that sound. So what I'm going to do is shift edit. Now I've got that as its own key group. And it's all in tune now. So I'm going to just do whatever. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's just random as hell. Yeah, on 8. So here we go. Whatever. First thing I do. Yeah, something like that. It works for me. Sometimes you just go at it, see what it likes. It's got a nice vibe. Yeah. Okay. So let me get back to the kit again. And there's 2 kicks in here. There's 4 kicks. There's a light kick and a heavy kick, but I'm just going to use the light one for now to kind of build it up. And then depending on how far I get through this tune, I might do a second one, but we'll see. Okay. What I've done is I've made sure this is all quantized. So it's quantized, but I've put a little swing on it because it's like house and house and dance music. It's always better, like I believe anyway, tight quantization with a little bit of swing for groove. If it was a sampled house thing, maybe that could be loose dependent. But anyway, we're doing something nice quick, so let's just get a groove. So what I'm going to do is, to get a little bit more of a vibe, I'm just going to use an arpeggiator, just come up with a little shaker bits. Right. And because it's spontaneous, I'm just blam. All you have to do is remember, as long as you've got recording enable, when you press the launch button, it'll just activate in there. So you just count 3, 4, 5, and then you're in. Whatever it is. So I've got that. Okay. So that's a bit loud to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the step sequencer to change the velocity. You don't have to do it like that. I could change it loads of ways, but I just like that. It's nice and quick, and I say, all right, then that works for me. Yeah, that's all right. That's a groove. I think now, what should I do? Do you want to add any more? Oh, hello. Yeah. Okay, I'll copy that. So I've got the original one and then I can have that as a change. Let's have that in. Yeah, it's close. Like I says, I don't have to be robotic. I let the computer do the thing. We're in the future technology. So I've got a nice groove going here. Right. Now what's cush is I can go, right, what other sound do I want to make into a thing? Oh, that's nice. So I could use that as a riff, but we'll get back to that. So, got that. I'm going to shift and edit to make my own key group out of that sample. So now that's a key group, but here's where it gets really cool, because all I have to do is copy that to that now, because they're all in the right key. So I can see what I just played does on a different sound. Yeah. That's filling out. So now I've got two things I can drop in and out. What else? Because I can't even remember. I haven't been paying attention, so I don't want to copy two sounds again. Hopefully I didn't copy that twice. I did the wrong thing now anyway. Hopefully that is a different one that I can't remember. We'll see. Copy it. I'll do another copy. Let's see what. Alright, great, that's another sound. So we've got 3 now. Alright, let's get some bass. So now I can copy that. Shift edit. There it is, and now I've got a bass thing, and then all I have to do again is copy that, because it's already a bass, and thicken it up. Woo! Let's drop it. See, blam. This is what's great about this. Just straight off. Don't have to think about it. And again, the way I could change that, I can do it like this, can get myself a vibe, because this is when I want to do automation, but I'm not going to do any automation on this. I just want to get a vibe. But what I could do is I could stop them, have the things that I want playing, and then go press edit and launch and capture that, and it'll capture that as a scene. So it's like Ableton. So I'm gonna get that sample, and this is the reason why I got that, because I press that, it automatically shows up in sample edit, and then I can use sample edit, go to chop and put into regions. I'm gonna make my own events, but now I've just got that as a chop sample, as a chopped drum program. So yeah, so I'm gonna just do whatever. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, whatever, let's just do it. Look at that, I'll even add in a bit of the arpeggiator, see what happens there. Yeah, it's gone a bit funny. Well, I'll probably only use the first bit of that, because the rest of it sounds a bit, it's whatever. Just keep it moving. So we got that, and I'm going to test it out, because they already had them on the project knobs, so I can see if that's vibing. Yeah, feels like a vibe. Yeah. Well, that could probably do with a bit of reverb or something. So I'm going to do a master send here. I thought they put an effect in, but they didn't. So yeah, okay. So I'm going to add a delay to this. So and that's going to be on a send, and I'll put it on quarters. So I'll have it go. want to put that into the maximum of the mix because I'm using it as a send. So whatever it's going to use is the maximum. Problem I've just noticed now, when I go back, I go to sends, and I'm like, oh, where's that? And I'm like, oh, why is it not echoing? Yeah, that's not good. That should be all echoing off. Yeah, forget all that. Yeah, never mind. And then I realised what it was a submix. I put it on the wrong thing. I didn't put it on the master return. I put it on the submix. Never mind. Anyway, it's just a quick idea to show, right from beginning to end, that's what you can come up with using one of their templates. And like I said before, I've tried to keep these nice and quick. Relatively speaking, I think it sounds pretty decent, if I say so myself. Well, I just did. Anyway, the only thing that I did after the time ran out was edit launch to capture each little scene, what you heard at the beginning. Hope this has been helpful and I haven't been too mumbly. Like and subscribe. Peace.